Comparison isn't just a personal insecurity anymore. It's actually something you're being trained into every day. Welcome to the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist podcast, where artists of all kinds come to fuel their passion, sharpen their skills, and thrive in their creative lives. I'm your host, Lara Bianca-Pilcher, life and creativity coach and fellow artist, here to support you on your artistic journey. Whether you're a performer, writer, visual artist, or any kind of artist, this is the space for real talk, practical advice, and inspiring stories. Subscribe and join us each week for more inspiration and actionable insights to fuel your artistry. Let's dive in and get inspired. Welcome back to Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist. I'm Lara Bianca-Pilcher, ICF PCC certified life and creativity coach, performer and author. And in this episode, we are talking about something artists are struggling with quietly right now. Why comparison feels louder than it used to. Not just something you deal with occasionally, but something that actually feels constant. And here's the shift we're going to make today. We're going to stop treating comparison like a personal flaw and start seeing it for what it actually is, a cultural pressure. Right, before we dive in, I want to share something with you. If this conversation has been something you know you need, this deeper work will help you show up in your lane, stay in your lane, and pursue that with all your heart, soul, mind, strength, and will in a much better way. A deeper look at identity, visibility, and what it actually means to be an artist in a saturated, competitive world. My book is out now, Audacious Artistry, Reclaim Your Creative Identity and Thrive in a Saturated World. It is traditionally published by Collective Inc. in London, and this book is a deeper framework behind everything I talk about in my work and this podcast. How to stay rooted in who you are as an artist when everything around you is pulling you into comparison and noise and constant output. And you can go to larabiancapilcher.com/book to get the links for Waterstones or Barnes & Noble or all the places around the world. It is global distribution and you can find it. Type Audacious Artistry by Lara Bianca-Pilcher. Right, let's start here. Back to the episode. Whether you're a dancer, an actor, a filmmaker, a singer, a writer, a visual artist, or any creative soul, you've probably had moments recently where you've thought, why does everyone else seem ahead of me? And why is their work getting seen? And why does it feel like I'm falling behind? Total real talk. Right before I recorded this episode, the same thing that I'm talking about happened to me. I was checking on a post that I put on Instagram to make sure that it went live okay, didn't have any errors or glitches. And as I'm doing that, somebody else who's also released a book in the art space, their work came up. And I started looking at all of the posts and what they had done and their launch, and instantly was hit with comparison. And the message I heard was, I'm not doing enough. I need to do more. And that's what happens. But I want to tell you something. I recognize that this is not just a character flaw. We are all going through this. And when I start to tell you what's actually happening, it's going to help you show up and recognize what's happening for you when you get hit with the same thing. No one is immune. Because what happens is, and this is interesting, it isn't new, artists have always compared. It's normal, it's actually human nature. But what is new is the volume and the access it has to your life. You're not just comparing yourself to the people in the dance class with you or the art studio with you anymore, or your local industry. You're comparing yourself to people across the world, people at completely different stages, people presenting highly curated versions of success, because that is what social media does. And you're seeing it every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. So what used to be an occasional emotional experience that caused comparison has become a constant psychological environment. And that changes things, because when something is constant, you don't just feel it occasionally. You start to believe it in your core. Now, there are two things psychologically happening here. The first is something called social comparison theory. We are wired as humans to evaluate ourselves in relation to others. That's normal. Nothing weird about it. Just know that. Just pin that for a second. But that system was never designed for unlimited exposure. It was designed for small, contained environments. Now, there's no limit, which means your brain is constantly scanning who's ahead, who's doing better, where you sit, and it never gets to rest. And the second piece is this. Your brain has a negativity bias. Let me explain this, which means it doesn't just notice comparison, it amplifies the gap. So instead of seeing that person is doing well, your brain interprets it as I'm behind. Just like I shared with you at the beginning. It just happened to me, but I know that this is the brain's interpretation. And here's the truth I want you to hear clearly. Comparison isn't louder because you're weaker, or you're not good enough, or you're not doing enough. It's louder because the environment around us as artists has really changed. We know that it's changed, but we don't understand the science of what it does to the human brain. Now, if this is hitting something in you, something deeper, and you've just been feeling stuck or disconnected or pulled off track, I created a free video masterclass. It's 30 minutes. It's on demand. You can watch it in your own time. There's no booking, no pressure. Just me coaching you. Grab a pen and paper and play the video in your own time. Just a clear way to come back to your direction and your identity as an artist. And you can get it at my website under masterclass, laurabiancapilcher.com/masterclass. So let's reframe this whole thing about comparison. So what do we do with this? Because the answer isn't just stop comparing. Compare in despair, stop. It's not that easy. That doesn't work. You're still living in the same environment. You're still picking up your phone. You're still going to see this. And it happens when you least expect it. Tonight I was just trying to check on a post. I didn't expect to feel that. Instead, we shift how we interpret what's happening. Comparison is not always a sign that something is wrong with you. It's very rarely a sign that something is wrong with you. Like hardly ever. Sometimes it's a sign that you are overexposed to noise that's not meant to guide you. It was never meant to guide you. It is not your guide. And this is where identity becomes everything. Because when your identity is clear, comparison loses authority in your life. It might still show up, like mine did tonight, but it doesn't get to define your pace, your direction, your worth. Recognize this. Why did I let that person even have that? Okay, my brain interpreted it the way it did. But from here, I'm sorry, but that person's not my pace or my direction or my worth. I felt fine before that. You see what I'm saying? You don't need to win against everyone you see. You weren't supposed to. You need to stay aligned with the work that is actually yours. Don't get distracted. And that's a very different game. Stay aligned with the work and the path and the pace that is yours in your heart, soul, mind, strength, body, creativity, all of it. Say that to yourself. That is my work, my lane. So the Creative Spark Challenge this week, and it's something simple to take with you as you go through this week. Where in your creative life are you taking cues from people who aren't actually meant to be your reference point? Just notice it. Notice when that noise comes up in you. You don't have to fix it all at once. Just start to see it, and you will be amazed just how simple it is to breathe and say, hey, no, you are not my compass. And you can easily pivot back when you start to see it. So comparison isn't just something happening inside you. It's something that's actually happening around you. And when you understand that, you stop making it mean something about your ability and you start reclaiming your direction. It might sound something like what I just had to do. Lara, you're working incredibly hard. You're squeezing every minute you have. You have children. You are a wife. There are things in your life. You had self-tapes that you had to do today. You are working so hard to do everything you can for your lane. Don't you think that's enough? And let me give that to you, listener. Don't you think that's enough? If this episode resonated with you, make sure you follow Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist so you don't miss what's coming next. And share this with a friend, another artist who you know needs the support. That's something that we need to bring back. That community, that connection. Hey, what do you think about this? Let's have a conversation about it. And on that note, head to larabiancapilcher.com/book because there is a free group study there. That free group study you can download and start to gather with a community, gather with an artist circle. As you sit around and ask these questions, you will find your artist journey taking on new energy, new health, a stronger sense of identity because you are doing it with others in community. The questions are all there for you. It's a free group study guide and it will take you through the chapters of Audacious Artistry and actually help you with the coaching questions at the end of each chapter. You can grab that at larabiancapilcher.com/book. As always, friends, I'm with you on the journey. If you're hurting and you're in a relationship, head to Marriage, Intimacy and Healing with Andrew and Lara, the other podcast and area of coaching speciality that I have. And you will find everything at andrewandlara.com for relationship, marriage, that kind of support. I'm with you on the journey and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in to the Healthy, Wealthy, Wise Artist podcast. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss an inspiring conversation or actionable insight. You can read the show notes and learn more at larabiancapilcher.com. And be sure to share this episode with fellow artists who could use a little extra inspiration. Until next time, keep creating, stay audacious, and remember, your artistry matters.